in a company. Whenever I'm clicking payroll, what I want to do, I want to go to the home page. So where I have written this code, this one header, right? So I have to go to header component. Okay, tell me where is my header component. I'll go to my header. Okay, here what is the thing I have it login. I don't want login. This one payroll is there, right? Okay, so whenever I'm clicking here, what I want to do, I want to go to the where I want to go to. I will say write one anchor tag ma. Okay, anchor tag. Okay, I'll just cut here. I'll do, okay, so I'll say simply what I need to do, simply slash. Okay, 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 after slash I'm not giving anything because I'm just giving empty slash, means automatically it will go to the first page. Suppose I don't want this one, I want to give a routing URL for home also ma. Okay, so I can give it ma. Okay, let us give it ma. So I will say home. Okay, what is the component name ma? Home component. Okay, now tell me what I can give in the app header. I'll say slash home. Correct, right? So let us go here and reload it. Okay, now I am in the company, I want to go to home. What I can do, I can give it here. So please see, there is a one very important point we are going to discuss. This is the problem you are going to do in your project. Okay, so see here, later it is going to give a problem. So I'm going to click here. See here, whenever I'm clicking here, how many requests is going ma? It is your entire page is getting reloaded. Okay, your entire page is getting a reloaded. Okay, so let us go here. I'll file, save all. Okay, so here now again you see I'm going to click on company. Okay, see here how many files it is loading it. Okay, so whenever you are clicking there, what is happening is your entire website is getting reloaded. Your entire website is getting a reload. Whenever my website is getting reloaded, then why I will say this is a single SPA. SPA means what? Single page application, right? So whenever if it is entire website is getting loaded, then why I will call this is a single page web application? I will not call it, right? So there is a mistake with our code only, not with the Angular code. So what Angular will do, only whenever I'm clicking here, whatever it is required, only that page only it will load by default. Okay, but here why it is reloading all the things means we are using a anchor tag. See, when I'm clearing here, I'm going to click on employee. See how many requests it is going. So many requests is going there, right? This is because of we are using the anchor tags. Okay, to avoid this, so in whenever we are going to in Angular project, we should not write this href. Don't ever use this href. This href will entire reload your project. Whenever your project is getting reloaded, all your data will lose. Okay, all your data will lose. That is the reason don't use the which one, href. Okay, so we should use a one property called router link. What is the property ma? Router link. Okay, router link. So inside the router link, what is the property I want to give it ma? Home. Whatever the URL you want to go there, you give that only. Okay, so now I will save this. Now I'll see the difference now. Okay, now I'll go to first I will go to, okay, I'll go to employees. Okay, now all the requests came, right? I'll remove here. I will go to my header ma. Okay, see here any request is going ma? No. So why we are going for spam ma? To improve the page response, right? Because every time it is loading means it will waste us our time, right? It will waste our time, it will waste our internet also. Correct, right? Every time it is downloading all the files. Correct, right? Now now I need to click on company. See here all the links are going, right? Now I need to fix this one. Tell me how to do this ma? Go to my home component. Okay, where is my home component? Okay, if you open here, what is the href? Href, or I'm using a router link. Href. Now what is the property I should use it? Router link. Okay, now I should use a what is the property? Router link. Okay, I'll go here. Now tell I'll remove href and I'll add a router link. Okay, so inside your Angular project, don't ever use the href. If you are using href, what will happen? Entire project will reload. Whenever entire project is getting reloaded, all your data will lose. All your application data will lose. Okay, now I am clicking here. Okay, now let us go here ma payroll header. Let me clear. I'll click on company. See any request is going? No. And I'll go again, I will go back and I'll click on employee. Any request is going? No. Okay, I'll go back and I'll click on report. Any request is going? No. I'll click on login. See, whenever I'm clicking login, it is this is happening, right? Then what is the problem? inside the login, definitely very simple only. I am using a href. Change this one. Okay. Inside the login also, there is a sign up page. I have it right. There also I am using a anchor tag. Now, okay. I have changed all the places, most of the places wherever I have it. Now I have changed it. Okay. So let us see. This time is not logging. Okay. Whenever I'm clicking login, what is happening? Again, it's happening, right? So this is because I'm using a this one. I'm going to handle this one, and let us click on register. No, nothing. It is happening same, right? Okay, this is fine. Payroll, company, and what are the things like now? Everything we are fixing, right? Okay. Now, as part of the router link, what is the second step we are using it? Router link property. Wherever you want to navigate to another page, what is the property we are using it? Router link. Definitely, you will use a href. Don't use the href. It will cause you enter reloading your project. You will be seeing lot of problems. I will definitely, I'm going, whenever we are going to introduce state management, that time you are going to see the real problems. Okay. Now this is okay. So now I have a sign in page, so let us open our project, so where is our payroll file? Okay. So now I have the first page. So what is the first page? I have it, so sign up page I want, right? Okay. So for now, what I will do, I want some sign up page, right? So I will also do some sign up page. So whenever I want to do with anything faster, I'll go to Bootstrap, and there will be example forms. There will be a lot of example forms. Okay, I'll go here and form control. Okay, so I can go here and write a form control, and I'll just copy one form for my purpose. Okay, let me write one form. Okay. Labels. So I'm going to use the where is my sign up form? I'll go to sign up form. Okay, I'll remove this one. Let us develop the sign up form. Do you know what to do it, right? Okay, let me reload this page. I'll click on sign up. So I have a username and password, but I want the more fields, right? What is the field I want? First name, last name, email, password, and checkbox, right? First, let me develop the this one. I need to develop the first form, right? I'll click class is equal to w-50 and border. Okay, so that I will get the something. Okay, and I want the padding. Okay, I'll say p4. Okay, and let us reload. Okay, I want to make it in the center. How to make it in the center? MI1 auto. Okay, so now I want in the center. Okay, now this is fine. Now I want is there any heading? Sign up with your email is there, right? So let me write it. Okay, I'll say h3 sign sign up with your email. How many completed this pages, okay, sign up with your email. Okay, this is fine, and they are saying already you have an account, go to sign in page again. Okay, so let us write the another tag here. Okay, paragraph tag, already you have an account, and then they are saying login, go back to that page, right? So anchor tag, should I need to href or router link? Router link. Okay, so my login or what is my sign in page? Sign in. Okay, so if I don't remember, not a problem, go to your here, what is my page? I'm giving it a login. Okay, whatever the name you are giving it, you give it. Okay, so login. So I will say sign in. Okay, so now I'm clicking here. I'll go back, and if I want to come back, here I can. Okay, and what are the other fields I have it? Name, first name, last name. Okay, so let me go to my page here. Okay, I will say first name, last name, right? I'll copy these two. Okay, first I need to write a form tag here. Since I am doing a copy and I did not get the form tag, I'm copying all the form tag, cut it and add it. Okay, right click and format the document. So first thing is my first name. Okay, let us write the first name. What is the second name? Last name. Okay, let us write the last name. Okay, and email address and password. For last name, type is equal to text only, not give the password. Let us have it. So now I have the 4 fields, right? So first name, see, and this is a float. This is the design I have given. So there is no like left side, nothing. So you need to display by default. I will be having a like this. So whenever I'm clicking here, so automatically the label will go. I will say enter Trinits, and I'll go to tech and I'll enter my username and password. So but I want some space between these two things. Okay, I want space. So what I can say, I will say MB-3. Automatically it will come now. Okay. Let me go to my project and save this. So I have the spaces. Now what is the last one? I have it. I want checkbox and one button. Okay, checkbox and button. Do you know how to add it, ma? Do you know how to add a checkbox or not? Okay. I'll say I'll remove this one. Uh, I'll remove this one and type is equal to. I'll say button and value is equal to. What's the button name? I have it. Create account. Okay. So I want some more space in the here also. MB3 for only checkbox I am missing it. That's fine for now, but you need to have it in your code. Okay, so I'm having it. So instead of writing like this, I can write a button also, not a problem. Okay, so button, and what is the button I want to have it, class is equal to form control button btn hyphen primary. Okay, so and you can make. So now with this I have done with my, so I have login page. I want okay, here I have registration page also is there. Now I can go back to the this one. So almost my links are working fine, right? Okay, so let us go here. Just give some space. Okay, do you know how to give some space, right? Close all. Which page? That is a sign in page. So let me go to sign in page. I want some space in the left side. Class is equal to ML or MS. I'll say MS2 because I want the left side space. So some space is there, that is fine. Okay, so with this one, now what we have done, we have created a first page, second page, something, all the pages I have it. Okay, some sample content, everything is there. Okay, so now we have used a router link also. Okay, and what will happen is whenever your web page is loading, okay, let you go to here and okay, I'm going to reload the page. So if you see here, whenever I'm reloading your page, so here there are some files it's getting loaded. Okay, so one file you need to understand is there is a file called main.js. What's the file name? Main.js. Okay, if you see here, this inside the main.js, all our project entire code will be there inside the main.js only. Okay, so if you see the size of the main.js, currently it is a 34 KB because now we are starting with the project. But whenever we are keep on building it, what will happen? We are going to add more components, right? Whenever we are going to add more components, what will happen? All component code will be copying into the main.js only. Whenever we are increasing our code, automatically the size also will getting increasing. When the size is getting increased, our web page will load in a some slow fashion. Okay, that is the reason we are going to have a lazy loading. Okay, so tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we are going to have a lazy loading concept. That time I will understand. I'll tell you what is this lazy loading. Okay. So far now, I'll tell you about. So now what we'll do? Do you have an interpolation, right? What is interpolation we have done, ma? What is interpolation we have seen? So what are the variables we are having in the TS file? Same thing we will display in the HTML. That is called interpolation. How to handle a click events, ma? How to handle a click event? We can write the this brackets and write is equal to some name. Correct, right? Automatically we can handle the click event. Okay. So today what we will do? I want to write this validations. Okay. So whatever I am writing here, I want to print it in the bottom. Whatever I am typing it at the same time, I want to print in the bottom side. Okay. So and let us clear this one. Okay. I don't want to pre-populate it, ma. Do you know how to avoid the pre-population? We have one form, ma. Okay. Auto complete is equal to Anybody remember autocomplete is equal to off and on? Okay, let me clear this and let me remove this. Okay, and reload. So now I have a empty. Okay, so here what I will do, I'll type like this now. Okay, so that whatever I'm typing it, I want to show it in the bottom. Okay, dynamically whatever I'm typing it, I want to show it in the bottom. So we are going to learn how to do this one. So let us open our Angular nodes also, so that we'll go through along the nodes. Okay, so and what we have discussed two methods, right? What are the methods available in Angular, ma? What are the two methods? Static method and instance method. Okay, correct, right? How will you call instance method, ma? Using this data, that name. How will you call a static method? Class name data, that method name. How many type of variables we have it? Two types, instance variables and static variables. Okay, how will you call static variables, ma? Class name data, variable name. Correct, right? Okay, so here mainly Angular we have two type of bindings, ma. Okay, so one thing is a interpolation. Okay, one is a interpolation. Second is a property binding. Okay, first one, what is that one, ma? Interpolation. Okay, interpolation. Okay, polation. Okay, let us go to the interpolation. So now what is interpolation, I will explain it. Okay, so first thing is we'll go to our class. So what is interpolation, ma? Whatever we are writing inside the our ts file, we want to display in the html. That is nothing but interpolation only, right? So now I want to write a one variable name, ma. Okay, suppose username. Tell me how to write it, ma. Username colon string is equal to, I will say some name. Okay, Trinits. So why I am writing this colon after string, ma? This is like a type. What type I am writing? Okay. So this is optional or mandatory? Optional. Okay, but we can write it. Okay. So now I want to display in the HTML code, ma. Okay. So what I want to do for demo sake, I want to write it here. Okay. So for demo sake, I want to write it here. Okay. So let us write a div. So instead of this one, we can go for a error messages. Okay, I will say username and password is required. Some error message is there, right? So I will go for that example. So I will say error message is equal to I am saying username or password is wrong. Password is wrong, something like this. Okay. Now I want to display this error message in the HTML. How to do it, ma? I want to display here. Okay. So I will use a small tag. Okay, I will use a small tag. And how to do it? Double curly braces, close. Okay. So now automatically we are going to do like this. Okay. So there is a extension called Angular. Okay. So let us go for Angular essentials. So there is a Angular language is there. Okay, so it is done by Angular only. So there is a extension. Okay, so please install this from your end. Okay, so automatically this brackets and all these things will work out. Okay, if anybody not installed, you can install this one. So now I have done file, go here, this one for only syntax, save all. Okay, let us go on. See what it is happening. Username is password is a wrong. Some error message came, right? So now I want to make in the red color, ma. How to do it in the red color? Do you know anybody? Class is equal to text hyphen danger. Correct, right? Something like this. Okay, so this is normal css only, but what is the interpolation we are using it here, ma? We are saying error message is equal to one variable. That variable, how we are writing? We are writing in the curly braces. Okay, now we are displaying the whatever the text we are writing inside the ts file, we are displaying in the html. This is called a interpolation. Okay, suppose what I want to do, I want to write one variable, number variable. Tell me a number variable, ma. Some I will say age. Okay, age. Okay, age or username, write anything, ma. I'll say username Trinits. Okay, Trinits. Now I have it. I want to display this in the here, ma, in the html file. And tell me how to do this, ma. I'll write another div. I want to display here. Tell me how to do this, ma. Double curly braces, open, right? Correct, right? Now I have it. Let us save it. Okay, whenever you are saving, save all the files. File, save all. Okay, now I have it. Okay, where is my username? Where is my username? Username Trinits is there, right? So see, I'm using a colon. I should not use a colon. I should use a like this. Now I have a Trinits, right? Okay, Trinits is there. Now I want to convert this Trinits into capital case, ma. I want to write a. Do you know how to case? What is the string method? two uppercase, two lowercase method is there, right? Suppose for some reason I cannot do it in the this ts file, I want to do it in the html. Okay, so inside this, inside your interpolation, we can call the our javascript methods also, we can call the javascript methods also. So this is what variable, my username is a string variable, right? I will say data to uppercase. Okay, I can say to uppercase, so like this. Okay, let us see it in the see. So automatically convert in the string, right? So whenever in the interpolation, you can write our some javascript code also. What is the Java? I can call a javascript methods also. Okay, clear ma? So inside the interpolation I can write it normally, but if you want to record any methods also, I can call it. Okay, and apart from this, if I want to do any, suppose I want to append with the beam, I want to append with the b, something like, okay, you can write a plus symbol and you can write a p, and see automatically this variable is coming, right? So inside the interpolation, we can write the normal javascript code, only one line. Don't write the multiple line, don't write the function, nothing. If you want to write small things, then you can write it, do it in the interpolation. Okay, interpolation. So everybody understood, right? So interpolation, we can call the other javascript methods, and we can write the, and any plus addition, something like this also we can do it. Okay, this is okay. Sometimes what is happening is I have a variable name here, right? So I'm going to remove my variable name. So there is a method called get username. What is the method name? Get username. So I can write method like this, right? Open bracket and like this. Okay. Now this method is returning a username. I will say uh, my username, something like this I am writing. Okay, so now what I am doing, this method name is returning a username. I want to display this in the html. If it is a variable, what I can do, I can write a curly braces, and I can write a variable name, but this is a method, right? So I will copy this method name and I am going to use it like this. So if I am going to use name, what will happen? File, save all, and let us see what is happening it here. It is printing entire your function, but I don't want printing enter function. What is the result I want to have it? Whatever the result I want to print it, right? So that case, so just call like a method, call like a method. Don't write method name. Call like a method. Now save this. So now see my username. Whatever the name you are storing it there, automatically it is returning over there. Okay. So this means that from the interpolation, you can call the that class methods also. You can call the that class method also. You can call a method, or you can write a normal variable. Anything is possible. Okay. Most powerful. So far it's clear, right? Okay. Now we will go for a second type. Okay, so there is a second type called property binding. So what is the next one, property binding. Okay, so this is another important interview question. First they will ask what is interpolation and what are the things are possible. Okay, and second thing is a property binding. What is a property binding? How many ways are there? Okay, so mainly in Angular we have a two properties binding, one way property binding and two way property binding. Anyway, anyone know what is a one way road? What is one way means? Only either one direction only they should go, and the opposite direction should not be coming, right? And two way means they can go in the same way and they can come in the same way. Okay, in the property binding we are having it two types, one way binding and two way binding. Okay, very important. Okay, so now see, for interpolation what we have done, we are going to use a double curly braces. This is called interpolation. Okay, and inside the interpolation what we can say, do, we can print one variable name and we can call the methods also, correct, right? We can call the methods also, something like this, get username, I can call it, right? So I can call like this. Okay, and what are the other things is there? I can do a small append operation, like a name plus I can say name plus something like b, something, whatever the things I want to do, I can do like this. This is everyone okay, right? Okay, so now what is the another one we have it, property binding. Okay, the next important point is property binding. Okay, so property binding mainly how many types, two types. What is a one way binding, two way binding. Okay, now first we'll go for one way binding, then we'll go for a two way binding. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to declare my username in the ts file. Okay, I want to declare my username in the ts file. That variable name I want to print it in the this text boxes. I want to print that variable name in the this text boxes. Okay, let us do it. So I'm going to remove this top variable because the demo is done. I'll remove this one. Okay, now for what is the what we want, I want to write my variable name and I want to print it in the text box. Okay, so first for each box create a one variable name. So this one variable, this one variable. Okay, let us create I will say username colon string. Why I'm writing a colon? Data type, that is optional. If you want to write it, write it. Otherwise don't write it. I will say Trinits. Okay, and I want to write a password. I will say password. You can write any name. This one username, you name, other whatever that is just like a variable name only. Okay, colon. Colon is optional or not? Okay, directly whenever you are writing a colon, and you need to write. Otherwise, if you want to assign a, you can use is equal to. Okay, don't use like this colon Trinits. This is wrong. Okay, after the colon, what you should write it? Data type. Okay, string is equal to. I will say admin. Admin is my password. Something like this. Okay, so what is my username? Username is a Trinits. My password is a admin. But where I want to display it? I want to display in the where I want to display it in the HTML. Do you know interpolation, right? So if we want to display here, what is the attribute I should play it, ma? So whenever you are whenever you want to print it in the HTML, there is a property called value. There is a property called value, right? Suppose here value I'm saying a example, sample. Okay, sample. Whatever I'm giving it is coming here, right? Coming right. But I don't want to directly print like this. From where I want to get it? From the TS file. What is the TS file name I am having it here? Username. Okay. Directly I'm going. If I'm going to directly print like this, it is going to print a username only. It will not print the Trinits. What I want to do? Either I can go in a two ways, ma. Interpolation. Okay. Go with the interpolation, ma. Now I am going to save it. See, automatically that variable came right. Now I want to print for the same thing for value also, ma. For this also, password also. Tell me how to do it, ma. Password. Okay, value is equal to curly braces. Password. Okay. Let us see. See, automatically that whatever the variables I am having it, it is coming right. This is interpolation or one-way binding. Interpolation. This is a interpolation. You are using interpolation and doing like this. Okay. So don't do this for like a properties. Do the interpolation for showing the error messages and other things. For only form elements, don't do like this. Okay. So we are going for a property binding. So what we are going to do, which property I am going to handle it, ma? Value property, right? So value. So just add value inside the this brackets, ma. So add your brackets in the array brackets. Wherever you are seeing this array brackets, what is that meaning, ma? One-way binding. Wherever you are seeing array brackets means what binding? One-way binding. To which variable you want to handle it, ma? Username. So don't write curly braces, nothing. We are going with the property binding. Whenever you are going with the property binding, don't use the curly braces. Curly braces is required only for the interpolation, not for the properties. Okay. Chindu, how to write interpolation? Tell me about the for password. I want to do the this one. Okay. Value. Tell me. I will write the code. No, not interpolation. I want to write the one-way binding. Value. Okay. Equal to username. For password also you will write a username only. Okay. So what is the output you will get? If you are writing password also username, what will happen? What is the property you want? I want to have it. Password, right? Okay, password. Now, okay. So for now, what I will do, I'll just make sure that I will enter a text only, because then only I can see the real text. What it is having a password, but what is my original password? Then why it is coming like this? Then you need to say, right? Don't sleep. Okay. Okay. Now we'll write a value. So automatically it will coming like, okay. So now this is called what is this one, ma? One-way binding. So whenever you want to write one-way binding, what we'll do, we'll write a array bracket and we'll write this is equal to, and you need to write a property name. You need to write a property name. Okay. Understood, right?
Sir,
Suppose sometimes, yes, ma.
this will use for a default
Yeah,
values.
this will use for default values. Okay, this will use for the default values. Yes. Okay. Now what I want to do, suppose everybody understood, right? What is this one? This is like a one-way binding with very simple one attribute itself we can do it. Okay. Suppose by mistake what you will do, go to your TS file and I will comment out this variable, okay. So there is no variable called password, but if you go to your HTML, you are writing a value is equal to password. So whenever you are saving like this, you are going to get an error. Okay, it is saying property password does not exist on the sign in count. It is clearly saying you are using a one-way binding. That one-way binding you are passing one variable called password. That but that password you are not writing in the sign in component. It is clearly telling that meaning, but nobody will read out this error. They will say my project is not loaded, I am getting error. My project is not loaded, I am getting error. At least read this error. It is saying a line number 14. Which file? Component.html line number 14 and column number 81. Okay, and even it is saying which character also it is going the error. Okay, and what is error? Property password does not exist. That means whatever the variable name you are using it, it is not available. It is not only because of not that is a problem. I am having it. Sometimes what they will do, no, they will write it here capital and they will write it small here. And that time also now it's saying, sir, I have written my variable here, password is there. I'm doing correct only, but my output is not correct. Okay, so, and they'll say, so all you can write either it might be typing mistake, okay, or it is a case sensitive mistake. Whatever the mistake it is there, it will show the same error only. See, password, what you are writing here, password, and it is even giving hint also. Do you mean really password? And it is saying, are you doing something wrong? You should try to change your variable name, and even it is giving hint also, but nobody will read out this error. Always it will say end of the day only they will tell. By when they are going out, right, sir, from morning onwards I am getting this error only. Okay, so don't say these stories to your team lead. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to go to the team. Understood, right? So like this, whenever you are writing like this, you can show like. Okay, sometimes what will happen is here html is a very this guy. So what I will do, I'll remove this div closing bracket alone. So html, normal html, even if you are not writing else, that will work out. But in angular, if you are missing any bracket, okay, let us so this will be you will be getting lot of problems. Okay, so let me come here. I missed only one form tag. Okay, and it is saying a unexpected closing tag. Do it may happen with this already has been closed or something. Whenever you are this type of error is coming, means there is only one problem. You are not closing your tags correctly. There is no problem with the angle. This is all our problems from the HTML only. Okay, so whenever you are saying unexpected closing tag div, some this type of errors are coming. That means you are doing with the invalid HTML. Okay, read the error and based on that go and check whether okay I have a form element or not. Okay, I did not close it, let us close it. I have this div element, let me close it. So something like this, fix it from your end. Don't afraid for the errors. Okay, that is okay, right? Now we have seen the one-way binding. So when we will use a one-way binding, I have one variable in the ts file, but I want to show it in the HTML. Then sir, where we will use this way, this type of one-way binding? Suppose I want to edit my user. Whenever I am editing, automatically my data should fill, right? Whenever my data should fill means automatically this data should come here, right? So in that case, we can go for a one-way binding. Okay, everybody know what is one-way binding, right? So that is the work. Now what I want to do, see here. Do you know what is the set timeout, ma? Set timeout. Anybody know what is set timeout, ma? What is set timeout? What it will do, after some specific time that method will be executed, right? So what I will do, I'm going to write a, so there is one method I have written yesterday, right? Ng on init, correct, right? So this method is a default method. Okay, now what I want to do, I'm going to write a some set timeout. Okay, set timeout. So I'm going to write one, this will take one function, and okay, I'm going to write arrow function, and I will be calling for after 3 seconds. Okay, after 3 seconds. So what I'm going to do, suppose by default my username is a Trinits. After 3 seconds, somebody from backend they are changing the name like Trinits Technologies. Okay, but this front end will know don't know about it, right? So let us see what will happen. So that is the reason I'm giving a demo here. I will say what is my variable name? This data username. Why I have to write this? This is a instance variable. Whenever this instance variable, how to write it? This data username. I will say Trinits Technologies. Okay, so this is for only demo. But where I am changing it, inside the TS file. By default, I have one value. After later some point of time, they are changing the value. Okay, so let us see the output. First, what is the value I am having it? What is the next value it is having? Who is refreshing that one? automatically it is getting updated or it's not getting updated? Automatically it's getting updated, right? When it is getting automatically updated, ma, whenever we are using the one way binding. Okay, suppose what I will do, instead of one way binding, now let us go for the property. Do you know what is another way we can do it, right? Interpolation, right? Let us use the interpolation. Value is equal to I'll say username. Okay, so let us say the same example, ma. So by default, I am having a Trinits 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now even if you are doing interpolation, this is getting updated, right? But for text properties, always use the what property we should use it? One way binding only. We should not use the uh, we should not use the interpolations. Okay. So Angular, what it will do, it whenever your value is getting changed, automatically it will update the UI. Okay. Whenever automatically it will update the, we no need to do any additional stuff for that one. Okay. So this is clear, right? So this is called one way binding. Okay, so now one way binding is done. I'm going to remove this one. So now what I want to do, file, save all. So now what I want to do, go to our screen. Okay, let me clear. So by default, what I will do, I'll clear these two things. Okay, I want to keep empty. So for two, if I want to keep empty, very simple only. Just to clear your variable names with the empty value. Automatically that will be empty. Okay, empty, right? Now what I want to do, here I will type. So now so far what we have done, from ts file we got the value to the html. Now from html I want to go to value to the ts file. Now tell me how to do this. I will say Trinits technologies. Okay, Trinits technologies. So now I want to print this in the ts file, like in the ts file. Okay, in the ts file I want to print it, means how to pass the data from html to css, sorry, html to typescript, html to TypeScript. If you want to pass data from the HTML to TypeScript or JavaScript, we have to go for a method called events. Okay, events. If I want to get from the TypeScript to HTML, interpolation I can go for, or I can go for a one-way binding. Now what I want to do, from HTML, I want to go to the TypeScript. Then that is the reason what I am going to do. I am going to use a events. Correct, right? So there are some events, you know it, right? A keyboard event, all the events, you know it, right? Okay. So already I have written a keyboard event, like press event is there, right? So let me open in the console, right click and inspect it. Okay. Go to console. Let's clear. Okay. Let us type the value. See, whenever I am typing, this value is coming, right? Okay, so whenever you want to fetch the value from here to there, what is the value I'm using it? Interpolation. Sorry, when from HTML to TS file, what we are event handling. How will you handle your events, using the normal brackets? How will you write your one way binding, array brackets? Correct, right? Okay, so this is okay. So now what I want to do, I want to whatever the variable I want to write it here. Okay, whatever I want to write it, I want to print it in the bottom. I want to print it in the bottom. Okay, so let us try to do it in the variable. Okay, let us write a form. Write one div. Okay, I want to print my username. Tell me how to do this, username. Okay, so here you will have a real problem. Okay, uh, so by default I don't have anything. That is the reason I'm getting empty. I'll say type t. See, uh, whatever I'm typing it, I'm typing it. But why my username is not displaying, because see, whatever I'm typing it, my username is not at all getting displayed. See. Okay, so whatever you are typing it, it is going to the ts file, that is okay. But whatever you are writing ts file, it is coming here. It is in the one way binding. But whatever I am typing here, I want to print it in the bottom, not in the console. Not in the console, I want in the bottom. Okay, for that reason, go to your here. What you are trying to do here, print name, you are writing a event dot target dot value, right? So instead of doing like this, what I can say, this dot username is equal to event data targeted data value. Now what I am trying to do, whenever on my event, automatically I'm going to enter. So okay, so now what is happening, automatically this value is getting printed, right? So but for doing things, what are the things we are doing it? First we are doing a one property binding, and second what we are trying to do, we are doing a one event handling. We are writing one input event here. uh, Go to your component here. We are writing a one input event here. After that, what is our we are doing it? We are going to the type component, and we are writing a one method. And for from method I am writing a event dot target dot value. something like this you are printing it. Okay, suppose what I want to do, I want to do the same thing for password. Whenever I am typing my password, okay, whenever I am typing my password, I want to print it in the bottom. Okay, so let us try to do it my first time. Okay, so first time what I will do, I'll go to my HTML. What is my password value? Ma password, correct, right? So I will remove this username, or I will say minus okay, like this. I am going to like this. So let us see ma. So for now I'll type username and hyphen is there, right? I'll type password. See, whatever password I'm typing here, whether it is printing it or not, not printing it. Okay, by default it will not print in such way. What we need to do now, I need to write the event handling, correct, right? Tell me how to do this ma. Tell me how to do this. Go here, write a one input event called input event. Okay, input event. Okay, for this one I need to write one method, right? Okay, what is the method I can write it? I will say handle password. Any method name I can write it, right? I need to pass a one variable called dollar event. Okay, dollar event. Dollar event is like a special object, like what event they are typing, everything will get it. Okay, now I got the event, right? Let me copy this. Now what I need to do, go to your ts file and write a method ma. Okay, so here I will remove a dollar. Now tell me how to do this ma. I will say this data password is equal to event dot target dot value. Okay, now what we are trying to do ma. So let us go here. I'll say type. Okay, uh, let us see here. Still it is not printing, means anyway, see I am not saving my html file. Okay, file save all. Okay, always try to save it. Okay, see here automatically now dynamically whatever I am typing it is coming here, right? So if you want to show dynamic values in the html file, and now tell me what I need to do. What I need to do, tell me. I need to write a event handling. I inside the event handling again, whatever the value I'm getting it, I need to store into the variable again. Then only I can get it, right? Okay, this is called okay, not a two-way binding. This is not a two-way binding. This one-way binding only. But we are doing in a some two steps. We are doing it. First step is we are writing a one-way binding, and second step we are writing one event. Correct, right? And that event we are getting the value and we are storing again into the variable. So we using two steps we are doing, right? So Angular came, hello developer, why you are facing this much difficulty? Again we are writing one variable, again you are writing one method, and again you are storing like what are other things we are doing it. We are writing one method, and again you are writing event dot target dot value, and you are storing into this dot password. You are doing lot of things, right? So why you are doing all these things? You no need to do all these things. Simply go for a two-way binding. Automatically whatever you are typing it, you will get it. Okay, whatever you are getting, you will get in the TypeScript, and you will get in the HTML also. Both places we will get it. Okay, so now what is the second way we are going for ma? Two-way binding. Okay, we are going for a two-way binding. Okay, clear ma? So suppose if you want to write event handling, what is the bracket I will use ma? Normal brackets. Okay, now we are going for a we are going for a second one called two-way binding. Okay, so one-way binding we are done. We are going for a two-way binding. Okay, so 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 if you want to write it two-way binding, inside the two-way binding we don't need these methods ma. Okay, we don't need these methods. Suppose I don't want this password, I don't want this method. Okay, so that is removed, and go to your html, and I don't want to handle the this method also. Okay, I don't want to do like this. Okay, now I am going to do two-way binding, right? So whenever I'm going for a two-way binding, so for a value attribute only I'm going two-way binding, right? So just add a another bracket like this. See here, what I'm trying to do, first I'm writing the so array brackets refers what binding ma? One way binding. Inside the array one way binding I'm writing a normal array, this normal bracket. So this means what, I'm writing one way binding as well as the event handling also, both will combine, we'll call it as a two-way binding. Okay, so here we need to write a one special attribute directive called ng model. So what's the directive ma? Don't write value there, so we need to write a one special directive called ng model. So ng is small, m is a capital. Okay, you need to write like this. Okay, so ng model is equal to what is a variable you want to handle it ma? Password. Okay, password. Okay, so let us have it password. Okay, so I'm going to save it ma. Already it is showing error. Okay, already it is showing a, and what is error it is showing? A cannot bind a ng model. Okay, let us have it, not a problem. File save all. Okay, See here, lot of errors because of only one word, lot of error came. Okay, see here it is saying a cannot bind it to the ng model since it is a not a input element. Okay, it is saying a ng model. I don't know, boss, what is your ng model? You might know, but I don't know. It is saying like this. So initially, whenever we are writing our component, but we did not register to the app model, what is happening? It is showing don't know this element name, right? Then once we are adding the declarations, automatically we are able to use it, right? So that is the same mistake something here. Okay, so whenever you are using ng model, by default it is not available. Okay, we need to import one special module in the app model. Okay, go to your app model. Okay, go to your app model, and what is use of this declarations, ma? To add to register the what is use of a declaration, Chindu? What is use of declaration? To register our components. Okay, and what is of this imports to register our modules, right? Okay, so there is a module called forms module. What is a module, ma? Forms module. It is available in the Angular library. Okay, so whenever you want to write a two-way binding, we need to import the forms module, ma. Okay, what is the module name, ma? Forms module. Okay, forms model C. So automatically it's coming, right? So let me click here. Okay, and write the comma, ma. Sometimes what people are doing it, no, this is an array, right? If I am writing two elements, I need to write a comma, right? So some people are missing this comma and it is showing the error. Sir, it is showing error. See, this you are writing an array. This is normal code only, okay? But we are integrating all the things here and we are doing it, okay? And just write a comma. This will fix your, okay? So let us save it, okay? Now let us see whether any error are coming or not. Okay, let us see reload. Okay. Again, so I have written one error. Now automatically the so many errors are came going out. Okay, but now it is showing one other error. Okay, what is error, please read this error. Very, 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 very important. In this error itself there is an answer also. Okay, see, if ng model is used within a form tag, what they're saying, if ng model is used within a form tag, either name attribute must be set. Okay, what they're asking, either name attribute must be set. First go and check whether I have written any name attribute for my here. See, for password, type is there, class is there, name is not there. Correct, right? So whenever you are using a two-way binding, name attribute is a mandatory. Whenever you are writing form submission without name, your form data will not submit to the server. Same story here. Whenever I am writing a ng model, what is the attribute is mandatory, ma? Name attribute. For name, you can give any name, any give unique name. Okay, I can give a pwd, or I can say password. Okay, you can write anything whatever you want. Okay, so let us go with the password. Now I have given right, so like this. Now I'll save it. Okay, so that's all, ma. Now I did not write the event handling. I did not write the only, I have written only two-way binding. Correct, right? So now I'll go here and I will type a test C here. Okay, so when whatever I am testing here, automatically coming here, right? So this is the most power of the two-way binding. Okay, okay, suppose if you go to TS file and from backend it is getting changed, where if you, even if it is getting changed from backend also, automatically it will reflect here. If it is changing here, automatically it will go to the TS file. Okay, so this two-way binding is like a, if you have some value in the TS file, automatically it will come to the HTML. If you are changing anything in the HTML, automatically it will go to the TS file, both, okay? So it is like a both. If I want to show it in the paint, okay, paint. So what is happening is I have a, this is a my TS file, this is my HTML. Okay, suppose if you are changing any value here for that variable, automatically that variable value will go to the TS, okay, HTML. If you are changing anything in the HTML, automatically this variable value will go to the TS file. This is like a two-way binding. So this is nothing but a two-way binding. But if you are doing a one-way binding, so if you are writing a TS file, only TS file will changes to the HTML, but HTML change will come back to the TS file. It will not come back. If you want to come back, what you need to do? You need to write the events. So that is the reason we are going for a third way, second way, what two-way binding. For two-way binding, what is the checklist, ma? What is the checklist first? First, I need to import the, see, to use the ng model, we must import the forms model. Forms model, where we need to import forms model in the app model. Okay, app model, app model, inside the app model, where property? Inside the app model, imports property. Correct, right? Okay, something like this we can use it. Okay, so if you want to use it, I had to write like a this one. Okay, for notes, I'll try to have it like this. So I don't want all these components. So at least you will remember, okay, something like this. So whenever you want to do like this, so what people will do, they will try to forget, they will not write the forms module and they will try to use the two-way binding. This will also will not work out. Okay, so everybody understand what is this one, right? Okay, like this we can go for a one-way binding, two-way binding, and interpolation also. Okay, interpolation, what it will do, ma, it will go from the ts file to html only, but html ts will not come. And what is one-way binding will do, one-way binding also ts file to html, but html to ts it will not come. Suppose I want to come html to ts file, I can go for a events, but I want in both same time, then I can go for a two-way binding. Ng model is a directive. Ng model is a directive. Okay, this is one. So everybody understood, right? So this is okay, ma. Okay, now we'll go for a directives, ma. Okay, some structural directives. Okay, so now there is an important interview question called what is a directive? What is a directive? Okay, directive will do something, ma. Directive will do something. Okay, so that's something like a I am writing a two-way binding. What two-way binding is doing, ma? Whatever I am doing in the HTML, it is going for a TS file. Whatever I am doing in TS file, it is coming for the HTML. This process who is doing, ma? That directive writer. So what is the directive name? Ng model. What is the directive name, ma? Ng model. Okay. So let us write the ng model value here. Okay, and let us write the ng model. I'll write, what is my username? Username, and I'll write a username also. Let us write format the document. So I have like this. Okay, so now I have done the two-way binding for the two properties. Okay, so done. Okay, now this is okay. Suppose whenever I'm clicking login here. Okay, whenever I'm clicking login, do you know how to add event handling or not? How to add event handling, ma? Do you know how to add a event handling for login button? So whenever I'm clicking login, I want to handle the event. Okay, so let us have handle the event. Okay, so let us handle the event. So here I will go for a type. Okay, I will say type. So whenever we are clicking a form, there is a method will be executed. What method it will be executed? On submit. Okay, so I will say on submit. Uh, okay, so we should not write on, we should write only submit. Okay, I will say handle form, because I am going to handle a form. Okay, so now I need to write this form or not? I will write a form. Okay, go to my component, let us write the form, so now this method is also not required for me. I will remove this. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to handle the form. So if my username is admin, I am okay. If my username is not admin, if anything is wrong, I want to show a invalid error. Okay. Okay. So if I want to get the value, where is my value property is there, ma? Where is my property value is there? Inside the username, because I'm using two-way binding, right? Whatever I am typing, all my value will be there. Where? Username. Whatever my password, where it will be there? Password. Okay. Go to here and I'll write it like this, ma. Okay. If, okay, I'll say this data username, this data username double equal to admin. Okay, this means if my variable value is admin, okay, if my variable value is admin, and okay, and I'll say this data password, and okay, double equal to I will say admin. Okay, you can write any name. Okay, so if my both are admin, what is this meaning? Correct username. Okay, I want to print one alert, ma. How to do it, ma? Alert. Okay, okay, uh, successfully logged in. Okay, successfully logged in. Okay, logged in. Okay, now this is okay. And if I want to go in the wrong direction, I'll say else. I want to show an error message, right? So what is error message? I want to print it, ma. I want error message is equal to something like this. Okay, so for now what I will do, I'll copy this name and I'll go here and bottom I'll write it like this. Okay, if I want to write in the user, this is the instance variable name, right? I need to say this data username. But suppose if I am logging correctly, my error message should be empty, right? So I will go here and I will say this data username is equal to empty, because whenever I am success, I don't want to print the error. Okay, so that is the reason. By default, I will remove this one so that I will not display anything. So whenever my login page is coming, I don't want to display any error. Okay, file save all. Okay, so by default no error, right? I will click on login, ma. So username is password is wrong, it is showing right. So if you want to do the same thing in the normal JavaScript, how much difficulty we have done it. We are writing the get element by id and is there, that is there, this is there, right. Now we are not doing anything, simply we are writing a two-way binding and we have written a one method. Suppose here I will write a admin here, okay, and password I will not type the something wrong. So now again I have the same error, right. Okay, this time I will enter the correct name, admin and click on login. Okay, okay, see automatically error gone, right. So this is what we want, correct, right. Okay, so now we will remove this one. This is additional text for demo purpose I have added. So let me remove this one. Okay, now we have handled the something basic form validation. Okay, but tomorrow we are going to write the forms validation more. Okay, more. Suppose what I want to do uh, here, what I want to do by default. Okay, so whenever error is there, okay, whenever error is there, I want to highlight with the background color with the some red danger color. Okay, do you know how to do it, I can write it like this, right. Class is equal to bg hyphen danger. Okay, let me try to do it, okay. Okay, let us click here. Automatically this is coming here. Okay, so this is coming, and only we should print in the okay, so only we should print this one in the, when we should print this error message, I want to print only whenever I am having a error, not in other cases. Okay, not in a other cases. Okay, so let us try to do this. So now instead of saying error messages, instead I am writing error message, username or password is here, right. I'll directly copy here and I'll go to, I'll remove this all two-way binding and everything. I'll write it like this. Okay, now tell me what I will be having it, I am having like this error username or password something wrong. So I will say text hyphen light color. Okay, so by default, okay, instead of using this one, here I will remove this one. Okay, okay, so by default it is showing like this. Okay, but I don't want always this one, right. I don't want always. When I want to display only whenever I'm clicking error, then only I want to print it. Okay, because go here, I'm going to remove this error message variable because I'm directly hard coded there, right. So now I don't want to print it in the based on the HTML, directly I'm going to print it. Okay, so now what I want to do, whenever I'm clicking login, that time only I want to display here, okay, based on the condition I want to display, based on the condition I want to display, I don't want to always. Okay, so that is the reason I can go for a if and else condition, right. No, you know what is if case, if what is else case, right. Now we are going to discuss the if and else case. Okay, so yeah, first to declare one variable, so if and else case, what is always it will take, boolean variable, right. I will say is valid. Okay, is valid is like a boolean variable, right. I will say colon boolean is equal to I'll say true value. True means by default it is valid, don't show the error. Okay, by default it's valid and don't show the error. Okay, or instead of saying is valid, I'll say is invalid. Okay, is invalid, and by default it will say false, something like this. Okay, now I have a one variable. Okay, for now instead of doing the logic, let us go. So what is the variable I am having? Is invalid. Okay, that means is it wrong, something like. Okay, now based on the value I want to print it this variable. Okay, so if this value is true, I want to print this div. Thus if that value is true, I want to print this div. If that value is false, I don't want to print this div. Okay, so we have a one concept called if condition. How will write if condition, if you will put a bracket and you will write like this, right. This is what you will write, right. So if you are writing the same code in the HTML, it will not work out. Okay, so there is a, even the sign in page itself gone. Okay, so that is the reason. So what we need to do, we should not write our if condition like this. Okay, so in there is a directives we have it. Okay, so we need to say hash okay, it will say ng if. Okay, just write like a ng if. Okay, so we need to write a condition with a star. Okay, star means it is a structural directive. Okay, so instead of writing normal if, we are going to write a ng if. So for this condition, what is the variable I'm going to use it, is valid. Okay, copy this name and paste it here. Okay, I'm going to save it. Okay, let me go to login page. Now there is no error, correct, right. What I will do, I will go manually and I will change this variable to true. Okay, true, and let us see this time, automatically coming, right? Now tell me what is this meaning? Whenever your variable is true, automatically error will be displayed. Whenever your variable is false, automatically error will be turn off, right? So using what directive we are doing that one, ma? We are doing using the ng if condition. Ng if condition. So this ng if condition, what it will do? It will remove it and it will add it based on the condition dynamically. Okay, that is the reason we are calling it as a structural directive. Okay, structural directive. Okay, now but I want to do it dynamically, right? So whenever I'm clicking login, I want to, what I want to do, I want to, if there is no error, I will say this dot is invalid is equal to false. Okay, whenever this is error, I will say this dot is invalid is equal to true, because that time error is there. So let us save it, ma. Okay, by default, should I want to display the error or not? I don't want to display the error. Okay, I don't want to display the error, so I will say display is equal to false. No error. Click on login. Error coming. Okay, enter the correct username and password. Admin and click on login. Okay, so automatically error come something. So once you are doing login, click on login. I don't want to stay in the same page. I want to go to different page, right? I want to go to different page. What page I want to go to? I have to go to the company page. I have to go to the company page. Okay, so if you want to do that navigation, we have to do that through the program only. Only is entering correct details only we want to log in. We should not give a router link is equal to something. We should not give that one. Okay, we have to go through the program only. Okay, that program we will do tomorrow. Okay, so once they are clicking login, then only we'll go for here. Okay, so that program will do it tomorrow. Okay, so far what are the things we have learned today, ma? One way binding, two way binding, interpolation, and ng if condition. Okay, so whatever we have tried in the class, same thing you try to do it with the form, sign in form. Okay, you try to do it in the form, first form using the events and that one, and later finally only use the two way binding, and try to whatever you are typing it, try to display in the bottom here. Okay, so okay, ma. So with this one, I'll stop the class here. Okay. Okay. Ah, okay. So tomorrow we'll go for some more concepts. Okay. Ng if, for. So now we are done with the ng for if, right? Tomorrow we'll see the else condition. How to write a else condition in the Angular, and we'll see the for loop. How to write a for loop in the Angular. Okay. Something we are going to see it. Okay. Yeah. And complete the project. Okay, don't say it either I did not upload, I did not complete. Don't say that story today. Okay, so please complete it, and every screen I should do it today. Okay, I should see it. Okay, let me go here. Okay, I'm going to end the class.